number 2. Starting off at the hotel. And this is what we got for weather. It is wet, rainy, cloudy, and that means that the trails that go through any washouts potentially have washed out areas. So we'll see. We're gonna head out of St. George and kind of head a little northwest. There's several roads, several trails, actually lots of trails to go to. But join us for day 2 of off-road travels. Good morning, I'm Matt.
I'm Randy. I'm Lily.
I'm Mike.
And we're going on off-road travels. See you on the trail. All over the place out here are places where you can stop and look at things like this. It is awesomely cool. I know we got beaches and palm trees. This is awesome. It's just that teeny little climb making me winded. It's our starting point. St. George, up at the top of the bluffs. It has rained most of the night, and when it rains in the desert blooms. Flowers come up and out, water washes through, clears out some of the washouts, and plants that have been dormant sprout to life for a few days. This morning it was 45 degrees, and the next couple of days it'll be up in the 80s. Right now, out to the west, you can see snow-covered mountains. We're gonna make our way a little bit to the northwest as we drive through the desert, through the mountains, on some off-road trails. I'm Matt, and thank you for joining us today as we spend day 2 on our Jeepcation in Utah, Nevada, and even a little Arizona. We'll see you out there on the trails. We're at the trailhead. It is Gunlock Road and Motoqua Road. Gunlock is 7 miles that way. Ivins is 7 miles that way. There is a cattle crossing at the very beginning. And how would you say you would say that?
Motoqua.
Motoqua. So we are at Motoqua Road in Utah, and where we are going is that way. And we will be going all the way into Nevada. We're not traveling alone, and this road can be sketchy. As you're going, there's a sign that says no trespassing. Don't cross when it's flooded. And then there's a big no trespassing sign. This is in reference to the land, not the road. A gentleman just stopped by in a truck, and I asked him whether that was in reference to the road or the land, and he says it's the land. This is reservation land.
Cow coming your way.
And there's a cow coming my way. scenic view. There are all these little side trails back here that take you to places to camp, places to see stuff. We're kind of running between the ridges. It's a little wet, so it could be a little bit slippery depending on how much rain actually got in here, and that could change it all over. But it is, so far I've been in two-wheel drive with street tires, unlifted Jeep on this road. It's pretty. Power lines. There's some really crazy looking extreme trails out here that run off of this road. Jackson Reserve was one I just saw. We just passed a couple of Jeeps. One of them had Waylife across the top of the windshield. But thus far, it's a little wet, but this is beautiful. Well, while we're up here, I'll show you. This is what mud tires prevent. This stuff doesn't get caked onto the tires because the lugs hold it and then fling it out. They're designed for that. These are street tires, and this stuff, it's like glue on here, so you lose all of your traction with street tires. The way to get it off there is get a little acceleration. But we're gonna head back down to the main road and continue westward till we get into Nevada. This was just a little side road. Hope you enjoyed the drone footage, but it is cold. My hands are cold. Metal is cold. Like I said, it's in the high 40s, but this is beautiful.
Red Hollow. Daggett Flat Road, 12 miles going toward the right, and Motoqua, straight
Montague.
up Motoqua.
Don't know.
I don't know the correct saying of the name. Spoon? Spoon? Spoon?
Well, this is the end of the trail. From here, we're gonna head to Caliente and Barclay. So this sign says that you can go to the state line, South Road 91, the reservation, and St. George. And we're heading up that dirt road. Hey, that was great. It was cool going up and down the switchback roads, going out there. They got some kind of people growing hay out in the middle of nowhere. We started out there about 30-something miles ago and winded through the roads. I got street tires on a stock Jeep, and it has been sprinkling off and on, but this is a great trail. Now we ended up near Barclay, but we have a guide who knows how to get us home from here, so we don't have to turn around and go back. So I found this little guy. Teeny little lizard up here on top of the mountains where we've been jeeping. Off-road traveling. Let him go back to his sign. There you go, buddy. momentum. I'm in 4 low. And my back end keeps sliding around. I don't know what dirt they use to make this road, but it's not as good as the other road. One of those situations where I wish I had my own Jeep. The street tires were not providing traction. The road had turned into a slippery clay and muddy mix that felt more like trying to drive on snow or ice than it did down a dirt road. Because we were about 40 miles out in the middle of nowhere, I knew it would be a very long walk to get back in. It had rained the days before, possibly some snow, and our main concern was just keeping the Jeep as close to the center of the road as possible. With tires spinning, we continued with forward momentum. Hopefully, none of us would slide off into a ditch on the side or on the hill. Watched enough of Matt's off-road recovery to know that a slippery dirt road can lead to being majorly stuck on the side. But I am thankful that we got eventually out of that area and back onto solid ground. Don't ever go out here thinking that you can go out unprepared. I am just glad that we stopped at Tractor Supply and picked up a tow strap, because we were gonna need it before this vacation was over.
Packed down mud. Very sticky mud. Very, very sticky mud.
Listen, I cannot exaggerate. I cannot say how much praying I just did coming down whatever road this is.
Bunker Pass.
Bunker Pass. They road graded it so it's soft. It rained. They cleared out all the rocks that were making it hard. If it has rained, don't go down this road. I did mark the trail out. if it has been recently road graded, don't go down this road, because we were so far out there, and we're not done yet. We still got 2 miles to Barclay, so at least that's not too far of a walk. But we were so far up in the mountains that had we had a problem without any winches, no max tracks, in a rental Jeep, we'd have been in a heap of trouble. I don't mind adventure, okay? But the difference in Florida is if you get stuck out behind SeaWorld, or you get stuck out at Croom, or you get stuck out, there's all kinds of people out there that'll pull you out. And you never have a far walk to civilization. Here, dude, I'm thinking about I need to figure out how to eat some plants. You know? I will be giving a big thank you God when I hit pavement. And that's not good Jeeper mentality. You see what this is? This was the last people that tried to go down that road. They never made it out. And there's poop. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. I'm Matt.
I'm Randy. I'm Lily.
I'm Mike.
And you've just been on an off-road travel in Utah and Nevada. We'll see you later on the next trail ride, because we got something coming up soon. A ghost town trail ride is coming. Woo-hoo-hoo. We'll see you next time.
Where are you, sis? There we go.
We Jeep, we eat. You hear me say that all the time. We're having some breakfast at IHOP in St. George before going out on the Jeep trails. So, good morning. I'm Matt.
I was going to say I'm Randy.
I'm Matt. Motoqua. Motoqua. Motoqua.
There we go.
Hey, that's the road.
Cathedral Gorge?
Cathedral Gorge. Panaca.
Yeah.
Panaca.
All kinds of places.